I got 6 different people. Those 6 different people all ordered the exact same thing using the exact same delivery app from the exact same location. Some of these people even had the same delivery driver. And guess what? Those prices were different. So the Business Insider recently just published out an article, and I read every single line because to me, if you've been following me for a while, you already know it's business, it's money, it's data. That's my lane. I want to get into it. Now, what stood out to me in that is that the price of the meal was actually the same. So when they go and they compare these 6 different people, they're like, oh, okay, you paying the same amount for this Big Mac, but the fees on yours are just a little different than the fees on mine. And when we looked at the total fees itself, it was like 20 cents, which is not crazy, but why you charge that 20 cents though? I've been in data for over a decade, and this is why I always tell people that data is no longer optional for us. Data is not a separate industry away from anything. Data is baked into everything that we do. The more we become digitized, the more we lean on data, the more we use data, it is showing up. And if you're not like hyper aware of that, it can kind of float underneath the rug. Like it kind of just goes underneath the rug. But when you're exposed to that and when your brain starts to work in that manner, you're hyper aware of what's going on around you. Now, this particular concept is called algorithmic pricing, and it's the ability to essentially change prices based on certain factors or algorithms, which is essentially what? Data. But how did they do this though? 3 things: price opacity, information asymmetry, and behavioral data. Now, what is information asymmetry? It is essentially when companies know more about you then you know more about how they price things and how they work their business. What I mean by that, everybody has a Kroger rewards number. Everybody has a rewards number for everything. Everywhere has rewards numbers. And yes, you can be rewarded. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it ain't worth it. But also in that, you're buying things, everything is tracked. Everything is tracked. So they are like more aware of what you're inclined to buy in exchange for what? $2 off, $3 off, whatever. But that's one way. The other one is behavioral data, which kind of feeds into that because that behavioral data, every time I purchase something through my app, every time something is in my cart, every time I subscribe to something, all of that data is tracked and it knows how inclined you are to move going forward. The other one is that pricing opacity. And that's essentially the ability to, I'm not going to say hide the price that you're going to pay for something, but it's not super clear until you're ready to check out. And when you think about something like Uber Eats, I'm ordering a burger because I'm hungry. And when I get to the end, and if I see their price, I still want my burger. So guess what? I'm going to get it. Same concept. Now, Uber did come through and was like, this was not based on personal data. They're adamant about the fact that like this was not based on income or anything like that. They're saying it. But I also want to bring in the fact that 20 cents might not seem like a lot for one person. But when I think about millions of orders, that is a substantial amount of revenue. Like that's money. And when we think about this type of pricing model, it's just not for Uber. Hotels do it, airlines do it, a lot of companies do it, and it's essentially kind of been normalized. But it's just been skimmed over the fact that this is able to be done because of data dependency. In businesses, it's not just about making money, it's about understanding the systems that contribute to their revenue. And it's also important to hone in on the fact on, like I always say, businesses are built to be profitable, period. That's why layoffs are not personal. That's why cuts are not personal. It's literally about money. And when you're aware of that, you approach things differently. But also, when you hone in the fact that we have access to more data now than we have ever had access to, that changes and directly impacts how businesses function. And this is one of the largest benefits of being having that like that data driven mindset. It plays into everything. So, bye y'all. I hope this helps. And wait. Have you ever been charged? Have you ever been charged differently for like a fee or something, like a fee or Uber? Have you ever been charged differently and you like, it's just 20 cents? It's just 10 cents. It's just 70 cents. If so, I want to hear your story. I want to hear your story. Bye, y'all.